Today, I am sharing with you the top 9 catch-all credit cards in 2024 that are guaranteed to simplify your spending strategy while also bringing more cash back to your wallet. Getting right into things, the first card on our list is going to be the US Bank Shopper Cash Rewards Visa Signature Credit Card. And what you should know about this credit card, for the first year you hold it, it will have no annual fee. However, for each year after, you will have to pay a $95 annual fee. As for how you'll actually earn with this credit card, there's a 1.5% catch-all category on this card. You're going to be able to earn 3% cash back on an everyday category of choice each quarter up to the first $1,500 spent. And just to name a few examples of some categories you could choose from, you could pick restaurants, grocery stores, wholesale clubs, and there's a bunch more listed on the US Bank website. On top of all that, you're going to be able to earn 6% cash back on 2 retailers of choice up to the first $1,500 spent each quarter. Now I'll throw a list of the retailers you can choose from up here on the screen, but a couple that really stick out to me are Apple, Amazon, Lowe's, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart. The reason for this, you can spend a lot of money and get a variety of things at each of these stores, and you can plan big purchases ahead to lock up that 6% cash back. And on top of all of those spending categories, you can also earn 5.5% cash back on all of your hotels and rental car purchases when you do go through US Bank. So there's a ton of opportunity to earn a lot of cash back when you use the bigger multipliers on this card, but anywhere else you do spend, you're going to fall back to 1.5% cash back, which is still very respectable. But now let's move on to card number 2 on our list today, and this is going to be the Citi Double Cash. This card has no annual fee, which does make it one of the more popular catch-all credit cards out there. On top of that, when you do spend with the credit card, it's very simple. You're just going to earn 2% cash back everywhere you go. Additionally, there's a special promotion going on right now where if you do get this card, you can earn 5% cash back on your rental cars and hotels purchased through Citi. This will be ending at the end of 2024. Now, there's a couple smaller details with this card that also stick out to me. There's a $0 fraud liability. There's continual fraud monitoring. You're going to have access to Citi Entertainment for some exclusive offers and some elevated cash back. And one last note about this card, if you do plan on expanding to a larger setup eventually down the road, this card is also a fundamental piece in the Citi trifecta. So if you were looking to maximize your cash back and carry 3 credit cards, there's great opportunities for travel and other benefits with Citi. But now let's move on to card number 3 on the list today, and it is my personal favorite catch-all card and the one I use on a very frequent basis. This is going to be the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Regular viewers of the channel know that I love this card. It has no annual fee, and with it you can earn 5% cash back on all of your travel purchase through Chase, which will include your airfare. You're going to be able to earn 3% back on your dining and drugstore purchases and 1.5% cash back everywhere else you spend. And just to touch a little bit more on that travel category, some of the cards we've already seen and we'll see later on will cover you with your hotels and rental cars, but the airfare piece is something that not every no-fee card typically covers you in. And some of these smaller details that I like with this card: 0 liability protection, there's a purchase protection, extended warranty protection, a trip cancellation and interruption insurance, there's continuous fraud monitoring, and an auto rental damage collision waiver. This card will also give you 3 months of complimentary DoorDash Dash Pass and then half off for your next 9 months. On top of that, you can also earn 5% cash back on all of your Lyft rides. Not to mention, the cash back that you'll be earning will come in the form of Chase points, and inside of the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, they have one of the highest point value redemption totals at around 2 cents per point for travel if you do build one of their setups later down the road. I'll also have a sign up link for this card down below in the description, so if you are interested and decide to apply, if you could use that link, it'd really be appreciated. But now for our 4th card on the list today, and what is commonly known as a premium travel card, and this might shock a couple of you, we have the Capital One Venture X. Now, being a premium travel card, there is a much higher annual fee at a total of $395, but with that fee, you're going to have a $300 annual travel credit right away, $100 each year given to you as an anniversary gift in the form of 10,000 miles. On top of that, you'll get a $100 credit for TSA PreCheck every 4 years. But for how you'll actually be able to earn with this card, you're going to be able to earn 10 times miles on all of your hotels and rental cars purchased through Capital One. You're going to be able to earn 5 times miles on all of your airfare purchased through Capital One, but our catch-all category is going to give you 2 times miles, which is 2% cash back everywhere else you spend. And that category alone is why this card made the list. If you compare it to some of the other cards we've seen 1.5% back on 2 of the cards and 2% back on one of the other cards. So right away, the Venture X, albeit it is a travel card, also is a catch-all card. Now, there's a plethora of other travel benefits with this card I won't go into too much detail on, but just to name a few, you're also going to be able to earn 5 times miles on all of your Capital One entertainment purchases. You'll have access to airport lounges at over 1,300 different ones worldwide. You'll receive a $149 credit for a prior subscription, as well as a $220 credit for Cultivist. Now, there's no foreign transaction fees with this credit card. You're going to have access to Capital One transfer partners, which is something we probably won't see on many cards today. And then there's a bunch of other protections built into this card. There's so much value to go over. If you are interested in learning more, I'll have an in-depth review up above and down below. Now moving on to card number 5 on our list today, this is going to be the American Express Blue Business Plus credit card. So this credit card has no annual fee attached to it, and when you do spend with it, you're going to be able to earn 2 times points back up to the first $50,000 you spend on it. And just a quick disclaimer about business credit cards, you don't need a business in the form of I have 30 employees reporting to me, or my business does $10,000 in revenue every single month. A business can be something that you work on in your free time. That's a side hustle, freelance work. Really, the word business is a vague term. You can go get one of these cards as a sole proprietor. So don't be discouraged or look away from business cards. If you really do like one, there's going to be ways that you can go apply for it. And there's truly not much else to say about this credit card. That flat rate 2 times points back is pretty nice. Being a part of American Express, you can also build a trifecta with the Amex Gold and Amex Platinum cards. On top of that, all the points that you do earn with the Blue Business Plus will be ranked very highly at around 2 cents per point, which is at the top of the market in terms of value, right up there with likes of Chase. But now let's move on to our 6th credit card on today's list. This is going to be the Wells Fargo Active Cash. Now, this card is going to sound very similar to some of the other ones we've already talked about. It has no annual fee, and with it, you're just going to be able to earn 2% cash back at every single purchase. And I really do like the simplicity of this and some of the other cards we've seen. It's so easy to earn a lot of cash back without carrying 3, 4, 5 credit cards. On top of that, this credit card will also give you a $600 cell phone protection. You're going to have an auto rental damage collision waiver. There are some travel services, a zero liability protection, and you'll have access to Wells Fargo deals for some elevated cash back. In addition to all that, like some of the other cards we've seen, the Wells Fargo Active Cash is a fundamental part of the Wells Fargo trifecta. And just a little side note about that, most trifectas will require you to have an annual fee on one of the cards. With Wells Fargo, there is an option to get it for no annual fee and still have access to some transfer partners for travel. So all in all, getting this card can set you up for success in the future, while also bringing you a lot of cash back with that 2% category. Now let's move on to card number 7 on our list today, and this is going to be the Capital One Spark Business Credit Card. What you need to know about this credit card, first off, there's a $150 annual fee, but when you do spend with it, you're able to lock up 2% cash back on all of your purchases, as well as 5% cash back on your hotels and rental cars purchased through Capital One. Now, I'm assuming that most people will not want this card just because it is business focused and you will have to do some serious spending in order to hit their sign-up bonuses. But let's say that you really do like Capital One and want a catch-all card that doesn't have any annual fee on it. Well, you're in luck. A non-business, no annual fee catch-all card is going to be the Capital One Quicksilver. What you should know about this credit card, it's super simple to use. You can earn 1.5% cash back every single place that you spend. You'll be able to earn 5% cash back on your Capital One hotels and rental cars through their portal. There's going to be no foreign transaction fees on this credit card as well. There's a complimentary concierge service, an extended warranty. There's going to be a 24-hour travel service. There's going to be a travel accident insurance, access to Capital One shopping, and you can enjoy 50% off all handcrafted beverages at any Capital One cafe nationwide. Last but not least, there's a $0 fraud liability, and I really do like this card. It's very simple to use, and there's still a ton of great cashback opportunities that you can earn. Now for our 9th and final credit card out there, this is going to be the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. With business in its name, I hope you know it is a business credit card. It does have a $195 annual fee attached to it as well. And being focused more for businesses or bigger expenses, you will be able to earn 2% cash back everywhere you spend with this credit card. But if you do spend more than $5,000 on one given purchase, you'll actually be able to earn 2.5% cash back. So if you do have a business and plan on doing some serious spending, Be sure to look at this card as you can earn a lot of cash back. And some smaller details about this card, there are options to get employee cards at no additional cost, and you'll also be able to earn 5% cash back on all of your Lyft rides. And once again, I just want to reemphasize, you do not need a traditional business in order to get a business credit card. If you're interested in one, just do some research and see what you can qualify as a business. There's a lot of tutorials out there, so just be sure to not look away from these cards if you don't own a business. But hands down, I believe that these 9 cards are some of the best catch-all credit cards on the entire market currently. And although I may have stretched the definition of what a catch-all card is, I really put it on any card that gives you a catch-all category greater than 1%. Whether you're looking for something more focused on travel, focused on higher spending for your business, or just an overall great credit card for personal spending, I think that there's an option on this list for you to use today. And I'll have tons of in-depth videos on some of these cards in the description below, so be sure to go check that out. If you guys could go hit like, and if you got anything out of today's video, consider subscribing. It really goes a long way in helping me grow the channel. I greatly appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you in the next video.